Even more unimaginable than the crime itself is the fact that, because of her seemingly cute appearance, the perpetrator gained a massive online following after the case was exposed. She was idolized for over a decade, even becoming a cultural icon. Today, we're talking about the infamous Sasebo Elementary School murder that horrified the world. June 1st, 2004, Children's Day in Japan. Though celebrated on May 5th, this was an active school day. For 11-year-old Maitake AI, Yurshu Shilinmai, her life was about to be irrevocably changed. Maitake AI was a 6th grader at Sasebo Elementary School. She was lively and popular, a talented basketball player, and had a promising future. Her killer was also 11 years old. She was known as Gorilla by the media to protect her identity, but her real name was Natsumi Tsuji. She was also a 6th grader at the same school, a friendly classmate and teammate of Maitake AI on the basketball team. The two girls were inseparable, playing together often, both at school and after hours. On that fateful day, Natsumi Tsuji lured Maitake AI to an empty classroom during lunchtime. She drew the curtains, creating a sense of isolation. As Maitake AI looked on, confused, Natsumi Tsuji covered her eyes from behind and whispered, "Goodbye." Then, she pulled out a box cutter she had prepared and brutally stabbed Maitake AI in the neck. Maitake AI struggled in agony until she stopped resisting. Natsumi Tsuji calmly put down the box cutter. She didn't leave immediately, instead staying beside Maitake AI's body for over 10 minutes before returning to her classroom, covered in blood. The classroom, which had been preparing for an afternoon nap, was shattered by a scream. Students saw a blood-soaked Natsumi Tsuji holding a box cutter as she pushed open the classroom door. "This isn't sensei," she reportedly said calmly. Her teacher, confused, asked where the blood came from. Natsumi Tsuji then led her teacher to the empty classroom. Upon seeing Maitake AI's lifeless body in a pool of blood, the teacher quickly called an ambulance. Even at this point, no one connected Natsumi Tsuji with the murder of Maitake AI. Soon, paramedics arrived, but it was too late. The cut on Maitake AI's neck was 8 centimeters deep, almost severing her head from her body. The entire school was plunged into panic. When police arrived, Natsumi Tsuji calmly confessed, "I did it." Before them stood an 11-year-old girl who had committed a horrifying murder. Police took Natsumi Tsuji back to the station, where she recounted the entire incident in chilling detail. Her words were so cold that officers questioned if they were truly dealing with an elementary school student. This case was extremely unusual, as Natsumi Tsuji was the youngest killer in Japanese history, and the evidence against her was undeniable. The motive for this horrific act lay in a seemingly trivial incident. In May, during a class break, Natsumi Tsuji and Maitake AI were playing a game where they took turns carrying each other on their backs. When it was Maitake AI's turn to carry Natsumi Tsuji, she commented, "You're getting heavy." This seemingly innocent remark deeply angered Natsumi Tsuji, who demanded an apology. Maitake AI, displeased with Natsumi Tsuji's attitude, refused. Later, Natsumi Tsuji saw a message on Maitake AI's personal blog that seemed to mock her physical appearance and weight. Enraged, Natsumi Tsuji immediately logged into Maitake AI's social media account and deleted the content. This incident marked the official breakdown of their friendship. That same day, Natsumi Tsuji began to harbor thoughts of making Maitake AI disappear and started planning the murder. She revealed to the police that she had initially considered using an ice pick or strangling Maitake AI. The reason she ultimately chose a box cutter was because, just days before, she had read the 6th volume of the manga Battle Royale, where a killer used a box cutter. This inspired her to change her weapon at the last minute. Additionally, police found that Natsumi Tsuji was obsessed with the manga Gothic and Lolita Psycho, in which only one dark-haired girl survives, killing others with a box cutter. The Nagasaki Family Court's Sasebo branch filed a murder petition against Natsumi Tsuji for the killing of Maitake AI. Under Japan's Juvenile Act, minors under 14 cannot be held criminally liable. She underwent a 3-month psychiatric evaluation and was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism. The diagnosis suggested she lacked emotional regulation, possibly due to a lack of emotional comfort from her family, leading to difficulties in communication. It also indicated that her cognitive and emotional development was delayed, making her unable to manage her anger and often resorting to extreme aggression to release her emotions. However, these symptoms were not severe enough to be classified as a major mental disorder. Natsumi Tsuji was placed in a juvenile reformatory in Tochigi Prefecture for 2 years. Many people believe that the incident was partly due to her environment. She grew up in a rural village with her parents and older sister. As a young child, her grandmother largely took care of her. She was active in school clubs, but in 5th grade, her personality underwent a drastic change. She would always look down when talking to people, seemed withdrawn, and had extreme mood swings, losing her temper over small things. Her father, believing basketball was affecting her studies, forced her to quit the team. This was akin to forcing Natsumi Tsuji to abandon her favorite activity. Perhaps this event further fueled her anger. The court extended Natsumi Tsuji's reformatory period until the spring of 2008, when she was reintegrated into society. Under Japanese law, the identities of juvenile offenders cannot be publicly disclosed. However, Natsumi Tsuji's young, innocent face stood in stark contrast to the horrific crime she committed. This shocking juxtaposition led to her gaining a huge following online. Her clothing style, pictures of her holding a bloodstained box cutter, and even fan-made artworks portraying her and MyTake AI in a twisted, love-hate relationship became popular. Natsumi Tsuji was even referred to as Little Demon. This phenomenon is incredibly disturbing. Such idolization not only causes secondary harm to the victims and their families, but could also inadvertently incite other minors to commit similar crimes. It is not a trend that young people should be embracing. Many wonder if Natsumi Tsuji was truly reformed. While she was in the reformatory, she reportedly sent an apology letter to MyTake AI's father every month. However, since Natsumi Tsuji's release, MyTake AI's father has not received a single apology letter. Japanese media has not released further information about Natsumi Tsuji's whereabouts or activities. The only certainty is that 20 years have passed, and MyTake AI's family is still waiting for a truly sincere apology from Natsumi Tsuji.